If you are single, it's your fault. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, all prophets were persecuted in their time. And you might be thinking, but I'm under all of these extenuating circumstances. But I'm in jail. Not an excuse. But I have no jaw. Not an excuse. But I'm a closeted cholo. Not an excuse. But I'm a gold digger, planning on financially milking a man dry, but not falling in love. Not an excuse. The YouTube channel Love Doesn't Judge is a treasure trove of, well, I don't want to say inspiring love stories. Existing love stories? People think she's with me for the Twitch fame. The problem is not that he's in a wheelchair. It's that he's a Twitch streamer.
Says the YouTuber.
Who said that? Their other gems include, I married a prisoner over the phone. I'm assuming that's the sequel to Kiss Me Through the Phone. I'm so alone. At first I saw that thumbnail and I just thought, how is he built like that? This is shaped like a factory recalled bowling pin. Let's dig in.
This is Blue. She fell in love with JB.
I had to marry him. Okay. I stand by my decision saying I had to marry him. Yes, I had to marry him.
Ugh, I feel you, mama. Could you imagine you're telling your parents that you're getting married and they're like, oh, okay, well, where's the guy? And you say, oh, San Quentin. She's probably thinking, I can't believe we gave up everything to come to the land of gringos and flowing insulin, only for our daughter to marry a low-resolution JPEG. Like, couldn't you have just done Match.com? Farmers only? Heck, J-Date? There's Jews in Latin America wearing a little yarmulke, doing the bachata.
I met my husband February 2022. My friend was talking to somebody in his pod, and he kept hearing my voice over the phone. And he's like, who is that?
Hold up. Why was your friend doing this too? How do you even get to a point where you feel like you've just run out of options for you to even start considering inmates? I mean, if you really wanted to catch a man that bad, you could just sit in the middle of the parking lot of a Dick's Sporting Goods and just have a sign that reads free beer. All you have to do is look into the eyes of every man that approaches you and say, sincerely, he might not have said this to you that often, but just know that your father was proud of you. I'm proud of you. You'll get 3 marriage proposals by the end of the day. And only one of them will be a ring pop, but that's a little snack. I love jewelry that you can suck on. To be fair, you can suck on all jewelry. Where am I going with this?
The stereotypes that come with it, I believed all of them. So when they introduced us, I was not for it. And I ended up falling in love with it.
Ugh, I don't even want to mock her. She just seems so sweet. By the way, she never actually goes into full detail regarding his charges, but thankfully, a commenter did. This man is Jonathan Brooks. He's in for robbery and... oh dear.
Yeah, double homicide.
As a bigger woman, I was still very self-conscious about putting myself out there. So I made sure I sent him a picture of every angle. I let him know my weight, my height, and his response back to me was, you're beautiful. I don't care what size you are, and let me see some more of them angles because you look good.
Well, okay, I don't know how to say this because I'm not trying to make fun of her, but girl, this man is in prison, full male prison, for years now. I'm assuming at this point, he would be elated to get photos from literally any woman. If you drew a vaguely female-shaped chalk outline on the ground of the prison cafeteria, and you could charge for like 5 minutes with it behind a shower curtain. Actually, to be fair, the shower curtain isn't even necessary. There would be a line wrapped around that joint. And if you threw in a spritz of that Bath & Body Works vanilla body spray, the light white trash kind, those men would be depleting their ramen noodle and Newport cigarette reserves for a session. So I wouldn't consider getting attention from an inmate particularly flattering.
Our first meeting was...
I can't do this. Not the glass separation. Baby girl, he can't even hold you. What if there was like a little gap in the glass and he just goes, hold my hand, and then just throws one of those sticky hand toys in the gap and then winks? I'd do that.
Our first meeting was... I thought it was going to be awkward, and it was the complete opposite. And I just locked eyes with him for like 5 minutes, it seems like. And even not touching him, I could feel him. So I grabbed the phone and he's like, hi, beautiful. And I instantly just started crying because the man that I've been in love with for the last year, the person that I call my best friend, is like finally in front of me.
Okay, I don't know how to say this, but I think that she just married him because, unfortunately, she just doesn't think that highly of herself. Or something's going on. And regarding him, he needs a woman to put money on his books. Come on, inmates are known to do things like this. You can disagree with me, but that's the vibe that I'm getting.
I think my biggest regret when getting married was the fact that my parents weren't there. I told them over the phone because I was scared of looking them in the eye and seeing the disappointment in my dad's face.
Imagine walking your daughter down the aisle towards a man who's on a Zoom call that can only last 30 minutes. He has a makeshift bow tie on that was made from a stretched out black sock. Imagine. I mean, to be fair, the wedding was technically subsidized by taxpayers' dollars, so you're actually making money on the wedding.
We got married by proxy.
He just looks so goofy. He's in there
for murder.
Imagine this face holding a Glock up to your head. Give me your money. What?
So my mom's gonna be coming over to talk about me and JB's relationship. Me and my mother got into a fight really bad one time. And she said, well, at least I didn't have to go to prison to find someone to love me.
She ate you up with that one. No offense to this man. Actually, no, maybe full offense, because he's in jail for a reason. But I hope that she finds somebody else. You know, someone who can actually touch her. And that she gets half in the divorce. Which in his case is half of a Jet magazine and a do-rag made out of a crappy pillow cover. Okay, I'm bored of this. Another great genre of video on this channel is one person's hot and the other person isn't. People think my nerd boyfriend keeps me hostage. He's not even ugly. This only works if there's a conspicuous gap in attractiveness. This just looks like an OF model decided that the guy fixing her router was cute.
This is Katiana. She fell in love with Will.
He's a little cutie. Oh, I know he probably puts on a monk's robe whenever he's the dungeon master in D&D.
The couple decided to start a TikTok account and quickly gain notoriety with their controversial content.
Our first account as a couple, we've been banned 3 times. The one that really blew up on there was us pretending to be siblings.
At the end, we kissed.
To be fair, there is a subsection of the internet that thinks that any person that they don't deem to be conventionally attractive enough doesn't deserve to live, let alone be happy.
Yeah, that's the end we kissed.
However, what this duo didn't anticipate is their own relationship being called into question.
Definitely from the start, there were just comments of how does he have someone like her? Like, girl, what do you see in him? Kind of escalated to like, obviously there's no way this could be real, so she must be in danger.
No offense to this guy, but she looks like she could whip his little McLovin-looking tuchus if he tried anything with her. I got a feeling she carries a taser with her everywhere, like a cute pink one. Ooh, I should get one of those. Like, there's no way that he would be able to kidnap her.
You know, you've got 5 people saying in the live, touch your hair if you need help. 5 people saying blink if you need help. She's just like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Okay, for real though, I feel like if people are going to be weird about your relationship online, just lean into it aggressively. Even more than this. Like, have him film you tied up in a chair in a basement while he explains to you why G-Eazy is actually a good rapper. Or some other topic that he seems like he'd be really passionate about. He's got a PowerPoint presentation and everything. Tears are streaming down your face. You're desperately trying to chew through the duct tape. Okay, maybe that's going a little too far. I'm sorry that I have like creative vision.
It takes me forever sometimes. How long does it take you to get ready, Will?
I wake up, throw on some shorts, throw on a shirt, and I'm good to go.
He's adorable. This is fine. When I click on a video of a hot girl and a dorky guy, it better be the freaking Numa Numa guy shacked up with Adriana Lima. Let's look at another one of these. My hot wife isn't with me for my green card. The hot wife, being in quotation marks, is sending me.
This is Scott. He fell in love with Divine after she messaged him out of the blue on Facebook.
But I read over her message and it seemed very sincere, so I'm like, what the heck, I'll just go ahead and respond and I'll add her. So we met on Facebook, actually.
I accidentally added him, and then, because I was looking for a different person.
Wait a minute. Does this mean that he just got a random message from a complete stranger on Facebook and he still went, okay, yeah, I'll friend request her? Actually, wait, no, why am I surprised? She's a cute woman and he's a guy.
Poor guy getting played.
She's just here for a green card.
He's gonna die soon. Oh, he has
She's,
like probably
she's a,
4
She's a gold
guys.
digger. She was just here for her green card. Oh, he's rich.
When I tell you, I've said this before and I'll say it again, one of the worst things that you can be online is just being considered conventionally unattractive. Made even worse by the fact that this man has a chronic disease that he's pretty open about. You want to get a hate mob to descend upon you? Just don't be considered attractive. You don't even have to do anything transgressive.
So we were like long distance for almost 4 years.
Scott decided that Divine was the one and wanted her to come and live with him in America.
And I'm just like, Divine, will you marry me?
Yeah.
And then she was just like freaked out.
You can't just not do it whenever you have something this special, so.
Aw, they just seem sweet and normal. God bless them. My girlfriend identifies as a cat, but this should be good.
This is Abigail. She fell in love with Adam.
When she first walked into the room, it just kind of starstruck. I was like, oh wow, she's gorgeous.
But their relationship isn't like everyone else's.
I'm pretty much a kitten 24/7.
Okay, I know that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but the gauges plus the dyed hair, if I had to pick out a couple from a police lineup of individuals that I assumed would be doing this sort of kitten play behind closed doors and also outside, I'd pick them. I feel like these are the people that a conservative anti-SJW would draw if they were trying to make caricature art of a leftist couple. Like he started going to a black-owned barbershop in 2020, even though he hates getting low-tapered V's, but his overwhelming white guilt cannot stop him from financially supporting that business. And she got a tattoo of Shirley Chisholm, but she fully thinks that it's Rosa Parks.
She usually just hangs out in her little cat bed. You're not really anywhere else, which is okay.
When he gives me head pats, I get kind of like wiggly and excited.
Don't do that!
Due to the unusual nature of their relationship, many haven't responded well to their dynamic.
Once again, I must ask, why is there this desire to share this information with the world? Maybe this is just the innate sense of shame that I carry with me at all times. My figurative bedazzled albatross, if you will. But why would anyone disclose intimate information like this to the public? You couldn't beat this out of me with a crowbar.
My first encounter of Adam was his Facebook dating profile. He was covered head to toe in car oil, and it intrigued me, so I swiped and I wanted to see more about him, and I had to meet him.
This is just me being pedantic, but what is it with these like quirky men online doing this exact face in their dating profiles? I do feel bad for men on these apps because like, they have limited options, because you can't be too serious, because then a lot of women were gonna look at that and go, if I go on a date with him, I'm gonna end up a statistic. So they're just watching out for themselves, and it's just our self-preservational instinct kicking in. So then they have to be like, well, I guess I gotta be goofy. What facial expression will convey that I'm gonna be like a corny dad they're gonna want to breed with? And it's this one, apparently.
Would you get the creamer out of the fridge for me? And then she was a little awkward at first, so I quickly got attracted to just wanting to see what more I was going to experience with her. Very good girl.
Wait, what was that? Cats don't fetch objects. They're infamously useless. That's part of their charm. If anything, they're acting like a dog. They're not even doing this right.
When I first started wearing ears, I don't think I thought anything of it. I definitely felt more confident when I had them on. I love kitten play because it's kind of just my natural personality and what I like from a relationship.
Kitten. Come.
So being a kitten and having a caretaker is just really natural for me. I like having Adam as a caregiver because he's the first presence I've been around that I've dated that I don't feel judgment from.
Okay, see, in a lot of cases like this, I feel like the person is just on the spectrum, and in her case, she might just struggle with intimacy and feels like acting as a cat is the only avenue through which she can be intimate, because they're not describing this like it's a fetish. Plus, I want to say a good sprinkling of arrested development, because I see a lot of stuffed animals and her acting weirdly childlike. Like, girl, have you ever seen a cat before? They don't act like toddlers. If anything, they act like middle-aged functional alcoholics. I mean, to be fair, I have two stuffed animals, Donovan and Clementine, but I abuse them. They're the silent counsel that will judge me when I die. I know I'm playing armchair psychologist here, but I do think that that is a somewhat accurate analysis, which does make this, arguably more sympathetic.
The first time Abigail actually ever told me she was asexual, I believe it was our second date, and I was like, huh, that's different, that's strange, because I'm actually a very, very sexually natured person. person. So that kind of threw me off a little bit. But I like so into her personality and so intrigued by her and wanting to learn about her that I didn't even care. Like I didn't need that at that point, and I was fine with giving it up for her.
Okay. I hate to be that person, but show of hands, how many of you think that this completely incompatible relationship with intimacy is going to be conducive to a good long-term relationship? Yeah. It's nobody's fault. Listen, they're the ones who opened up about their personal lives on camera, okay?
I've always been a caretaker. I've always been that dominant figure that likes to not really have someone underneath them, but someone to take care of. It makes me feel fulfilled in my relationship to take care of her entirely.
Okay, 2 questions. 1, does she have a job? And 2, does she use a litter box? Cause boy, she kinda has it made. This is doing all the work and she doesn't even have to diddle him. Maybe I'm a cat. Meow.
Just innocently happy. Being able to be a kitten in such an accepting relationship has definitely made me more comfortable being myself. With that being said, I think that's also done the same thing for him. Made him feel more comfortable being himself.
Yeah, they seem content. I don't know how you're supposed to feel at the end of these videos. I mean, I don't feel empty. That's because there's something fundamentally wrong with me. Honestly, it kind of makes me happy knowing that love is just out there, waiting to be experienced. Thank you. Love doesn't judge, or love don't judge. I'm not gonna bother checking. I needed this. Tell me, does no one want you to? For how long? And why? Let me know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know every time that I upload. Thank you for watching. Shout out to my top patrons. If you would like to donate to my Patreon, the link is in the description and on screen. I upload new videos every single week. Shout out to my other patrons. Your names should be scrolling on screen as I speak. Bye.